100.1 The People's Station. I'm in here with Elmiene. First thing you have to do when you talk to El is make sure you get the name correct, because I'm understanding that everyone first gets the name wrong.
Yes, correct.
But I'm not going to talk about any of that. You know what I'm interested in? You're being so ironic. And we started talking about this a little bit because I watched you a few times. And okay, for those that don't know, you blew up. You kind of sort of blew up after you did this cover of D'Angelo's Untitled.
Correct.
How does it feel?
Yeah.
Right? And it seems the story that's been told is your career just happened. You're a poet and it just happens.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time grasping that. That one day I was just trying to do poetry and be a regular guy.
Yep.
I do this cover and social media takes it there. Next thing you know, I'm recording and I'm an international star recording music.
Because it kind of did just. Okay, let me rephrase it. It was what just happened was a good opportunity that came out of nowhere.
Okay.
Like the cover becoming what it became and going viral or whatever, and like Questlove seeing all these things that happened, they just happened. I did not plan any of that, none of it. But what I did have a hand in being more proactive is taking the opportunity and going, I should go to London and meet people that have been DMing me because of this happening that occurred. Because a lot of people, I
didn't realize that. Okay,
yeah,
because you were living in Oxford.
I'm from Oxford, but I was studying in a city called Bournemouth,
okay,
which is like in the south coast. And in England, if you're not in London, you're not anywhere when it comes to this career, especially for like R&B, soul, whatever that means. Like it's London or nothing. So I remember as soon as the video went big, it was all these, we had emails from labels the next morning. We posted it at 9 p.m. the day before, 6 a.m. the next day I was seeing all this crazy stuff, because obviously that's when America wakes up in the time. So it's like 9 p.m. there is like 1 a.m., 1 p.m. America time. So by the time I went to bed, America was just having its day. Everyone's having lunch, dinner, whatever's going on. They're full. That's when you pull your phone out because you just had a good meal. You're like, let me see what's going on. Boom, it was all happening. So by the time I woke up and America had gone to sleep, I was like, whoa, what's happened? And emails from like Universal and being like, whoa, what's good? Like, we want to have a meeting with you. And A&Rs are hungry as hell. They saw something in the thing and were like, sick. Anything, please. I need to tell my boss I've got something for Monday. So I was like, okay, cool. And it was just, I realized I was either going to humor it and see where it goes or ignore it, because especially to someone who's not planned it and didn't know that. And I feel like for every normal person, the concept of being an artist is such a distant thing. You can't even comprehend what it is like or how to get there. Really, there's no path. Everyone's uncle just tells you, you should go on America's Got Talent, man. You should go on English. You should go. To this day, I got uncles being like, Abdullah, you need to go. You need to go on.
They don't realize that your career is like, popping right now.
Yeah, guys, I've started. You go on that show to do what I'm doing now, not the other way around.
Yeah.
But that's the only way feasible that people know how to do it. So when you go to sleep after posting a video and wake up, and then you're like, is this real or is this fake? Are these people that are sending me messages?
And you seem to be resistant. Even up to this point, to me, it seems like you're still resistant of what's happening. You've accepted what's happened.
Correct.
It's changed your life.
Correct.
And you're like, it seems like you're playing around with me. You're a guy with immense talent. I've watched you've done the Tiny Desk. You don't get to do the Tiny Desk if they don't think you have some kind of talent.
Yeah, right.
But it seems like this is a big joke, and I'm going to go with the joke for as long as it's funny to me. Not to everybody else, just to me.
Right.
That's the attitude that it gives me. And it might just be the way you are,
I think for me, it's, I didn't have a passion before this career. I didn't know what I was good at. I didn't think I was good at anything. Like I only learned that I was maybe good at poetry because my English teacher forced me into a poetry competition. So my mantra was bare minimum, get by. Everything in life was that. I'm very good at C. I'm good at getting a C grade. No one will get a C grade better than me. I can do no answers on the paper and it'll get a C. I can conjure up C's like nothing. So it was my teacher being like, okay, she's frustrated with me because she knows there's something in me that I can do. Because I say things in class that are a bit too intuitive of someone that is meant just to get C's or getting by. So that's when she forced. She was like, you're going to do this poetry competition, you're going to sign up, and if you don't, you got detention for a week. What are you going to do? I was like, well, that sounds like a lot of effort. So I'm gonna do it. Why not? And then I got runners up in the competition. So that's when I was like, wait, am I good at something? Because also I'm a big man. I'm not good at sports at all. There's a lot of my body moves in very straight. Loads of things move in strange ways when I run. So it was like, I'm not good at sports. I'm not going to be the football player. I'm not going to be whatever this is. So I knew that wasn't me. So when I realized, oh, I can write, that took me down that path. So then when that then took me to the music thing, music for me was discovering maybe I'm not actually a lazy person like I thought I was. And there's something in this that I can be something very proactive about and act in a whole different
This sounds so cavalier. You know, let's just everything you're doing sounds like and if somebody hears you, they're saying, there's no way this has to be this guideline. He's sang in church all his life. His family, he comes from a family of singers.
No, they have no idea.
He's always, and the stuff that I read is like, you accidentally find out. And I think there's moments in your life, you know that you have talent.
Right.
I guess, do you not care about the talent, or it just didn't seem like you said, doing this seemed so far away?
Yeah, right.
That why even try it?
Yeah, because it's like, why would I'm listening to Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye and Donny Hathaway, all these people that are like larger than life talents and characters in all of our lives, heroes almost, legends in Oxford. And I don't know about you, but when you're from Oxford, I don't know if you know this, people don't know what H-Town is in Oxford, the band. They don't know Dino, Shazam, and G.I. They don't know them.
But you do, because you just said their names like it's no thing.
I very much do. I'm obsessed with H-Town, but which is why I'm so happy to be here. This is really exciting because I love them.
I would have had Shazam up here.
Yeah, I love them so much. But like the genre that I loved and the things that I loved was so far away from where I was. Like no one knew what it was. It just felt like my own little personal treasure. Like it's like looking at a toy house. So then if he told me you can go inside the toy house, I would have told you you're crazy. I don't fit in the dollhouse. They fit. Stevie Wonder fits in the dollhouse,
right?
Because he's American and he's from there and he was in Motown when he was a kid and he did it. And Marvin fits there because of this. I'm just a Sudanese kid from Oxford.
It doesn't make sense. It's not adding up for you. Not
like
anybody.
I just had Burger King last night. Like it's cool. I get what you're trying to say, but also like relax. Like it's not happening.
Right.
So that was kind of why to this day I have this kind of strange attitude where it's like,
I'm telling you, you wear it like it's an outfit. Like, it's happening.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
But then you see me in the studio, and it's a different. Like, there's nothing more satisfying than writing a song. There's nothing more exciting than feeling the. So it was the journey for me at the start was number one for the technical terms. How do I translate my poetry writing to songwriting? And then for my emotional, mental was like, okay, where do I want to place myself in this thing? What's the goal? What's the North Star? I know Stevie Wonder is my hero. I know D'Angelo is my hero. But now, how do I go from them being people I'm fans of to people that I can aim to walk in their direction? And I figured out in the end, I was like, okay, now I know what my goal is. My goal is to be a part of the legacy of soul. All of this.
I dig it.
That's my goal. If I can just be part of it, if someone can say, same way I'll be like, okay, Stevie Wonder led to, or Little Richard led to whoever, led to Prince, led to Sly Stone, led to Prince,
yes, sir,
led to whoever else, and Stokely from Mint Condition led to Joe, whatever, and then that led to D'Angelo.
Your catalog of music is deep, bro. Because
I'm obsessed. I'm a nerd. I'm a massive nerd. So everything I like, I need to know everything about.
I dig it, and I can tell that you really know it too. But like I said, you come across like I guess I have talent, so I guess if they kind of like it, I'm gonna go along with it. So I guess that what throws me off. But I'll be honest with you, it's also what I find endearing and what I actually like about you as an artist, aside from the music, is that you're so cavalier. Because a lot of times you get to meet people, you get to see people of the industry, and you see the industry make monsters of people.
Yeah, right. Correct.
And when you see somebody who is anti-monster, it's so refreshing. It's like, I can't really believe this, because you're used to monsters.
Yeah, right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Also for me, it's because of the way that I think about me being a part of a lineage of soul that is so deep, so massive. I will never, ever. It's so huge and magnificent that it's always humbling, because I'm always like, well, I'm in the footsteps of, like, not just giants, like Goliath. like Stevie Wonder and like Donny Hathaway and writers like Babyface and like Jimmy and Terry, like all these people that are just like, to me, I will, no matter what I do with this career, they will be for me above what I'm doing.
I dig it.
So if I'm thinking like I just want to be a part of it, I can never be big-headed, because it's like, it's almost arrogant of me to think that I'll ever do something greater than them, because they laid the groundworks for me to be here. If they didn't exist, I wouldn't exist. Musically, just as a writer, like all of it, it wouldn't happen. Like I would not have written any of my songs if Stevie never wrote Superwoman. I would never have written any of them. If Babyface never wrote any of the Boyz II Men songs, if Babyface never wrote any of the, I would never have any of the Whitney Houston songs, I would not be here. Like all those things were necessary for me to exist. So then it's like, okay, I want to be part of that thing that basically created me. I'll always be lesser than.
Elmiene, did you have any formal vocal training? Like, did your mother, your family put you? Still nothing.
No.
You just.
Well, I had the best teachers, I would say, and that was Stevie and Babyface.
But nothing formal. There was no classroom settings. Because I even saw the story of the one guy that figured out that there was another moment that you went viral, but you were a little kid. So I saw that story that you told when you were about 11 years old.
Yeah, it was
and
school
this kid,
viral.
Yeah. He said school viral.
Yeah.
But you sang this song, so you know that you have talent. It's just, I guess I'm just amazed that you have this talent, and there was no one around that time to maneuver you into.
Because I was in Oxford. No one knows what black music and what talking about.
One day when I get the opportunity, I'm gonna have to go. First, I got to get to the UK.
Yeah.
But then Oxford, you
need to go, because there's no. I had this game where I used to go to certain streets and then play, say like H-Town Special Kind of Full, whatever, and I'll be like, no one in history has ever played this music in this street, and I'll get a kick out of that, knowing that I'm the first to ever press play on a H-Town record in this street in Oxford. Because I know no one's ever played it before. I'm like, in what, Googe Street, wherever this is. No one has ever played Knocking the Boots in this street, ever in life.
So did anybody think you were crazy or anything like that?
Because they all thought I was bizarre. I think people still do. But there was definitely like, what are you... Especially like all my friends who were like, this is like 14, 15, it's like 2014, whatever. They're like, why are you listening to, what's Jodeci? Like,
so they didn't get it.
They had no idea what I'm talking about. It's like, what? Wow. Was it like, when did the song come out? I'm like, 93. They're like, what? Why? Why are you listening to this music?
What about your parents? What and your family members? How have they received your newfound fame?
Well, my mum, I actually hid from her that I could sing my whole life.
Why?
I was too shy. So whenever we lived in a flat, me and my mum, and what I used to do is, as soon as I'd hear her put the key in the door, I'd stop singing. I sing all the time at the house. I'd be copying Stevie Wonder songs. That's how I learned how to sing. Was copying everyone that I loved. I loved Joe. I'd copy Joe until I got it right. I'd copy Stevie. It was just that. Like that was me without me realizing that was me laying the groundwork for what I'm doing now. But whenever my mum would put the key in the door, I'd stop, because I was like, I don't know what. Something in me just didn't let me sing in front of, especially my family. So it was only until all of this happened when my mom was like, by the way, like, I used to wait before I put the key in the door.
Oh, wow.
To listen to you sing. And then because I knew if I put the key in, you'd stop. So she would sit there and wait. And I was like, what, you knew this whole time? She was like, yeah, I knew this whole time. What are you talking about?
That's kind of beautiful. That's a beautiful story.
It was nice. It was lovely to hear afterwards. But it's like, yeah, a lot of my family kind of like, they knew, Bella's the one that sings, because we used to do Young Money, Bedrock, and everyone would get the gutter or whatever. And I would always they'd be like, you're Lloyd. I don't care. You're Lloyd.
You got the singing part.
Yeah, you're always Lloyd. If it's like any sort of like song, it's like, you're Lloyd. If we're doing like we used to always do these little like karaoke kind of moments. That was kind of the most it took. But even they weren't into like what I was into.
Really?
They didn't know about like the me going into like the depth of R&B and really learning about it. Like they taught me the start of it. They showed me what was relevant at the time, which was like T-Pain and Usher or whatever in like 2006. But then I was just the only person that was cracked enough to be like, I need to know everything. Like, where did he come from?
So how did you gel, so well with the bands? Like, you tell me this and this is a guy that kind of sort of seems like he has no formal training, which is, I'm telling you, I just find this can't be true.
Yeah, right.
But I saw you with the band and your precision, you're on it. When I saw you playing, like, okay, I haven't heard the part where did he learn to play keyboards at? Where's that part of the story at? So, but you know, it seemed like you've been with this band for years.
Yeah, right.
You know, so I find all that. How are you able to adapt to your new environment so quickly? Like, oh, you're gonna sing and here's your band, they got harmonies.
Yeah, right.
And I get it. You listen to other records, but man, you had to really be studying, and I get it. Because I love music, so I get how you could be studying it.
Yeah, right.
So when you know, okay, we got to hit this kind of harmony, and I know you've done it enough to know that when you get the opportunity, you can just push go.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't see.
Yeah, where the steps to that point are.
Yeah, it's just you hit go.
I don't know. Well, I really loved D'Angelo's Live in Stockholm album. That was one of my favorite live shows of all time. I rinsed that and Donny Hathaway's Live. To this day, I imitate him. So the three. So for me, for my live presence, I have three Bibles, you could say. I have D'Angelo's Live in Stockholm. I have Donny Hathaway's Live album with the Troubadour, and I also have Jamie Foxx and his old comedy specials he used to do, where he'd be on the keys, and he would sing like Luther. You know, the ones there.
Yeah.
Let me hold you tight. All those ones there, and it was his humor while doing these shows. I was like, whoa, like he's doing impersonations, he's doing Prince, he's doing this and da-da-da-da-da. Those three are what I ended up basing. So when I got on stage, I was like, well, I've watched those videos a million times. I can kind of get, and I have a sense of humor that I know how to, like, I was like, I would just be me. Just get on stage and be me and know what they did and remember that in my head and just go. There's just always a reference. That's the thing I always like to tell people. Like, people get nervous on stage, but it's like, I feel like nerves are when you try to tackle objects on your own or like obstacles, but there's always someone who's done it before. So if you know that, even when it comes to writing music, I think the same way. It's like, why am I trying to create something that's never been done before when that's never going to be the case? So if I walk in and look at the keyboard in the studio and go, with the backlog and the spine of the entirety of the history of black music behind me, helping me out, from Hendrix to Stevie to all of them, then I was like, I'm cool, I'm not alone. I'm doing this with them. Like, they're here. And I remember to this day, the first show I ever did in Streatham, South London. That was the first show I ever did.
What's the year?
2021.
Wow.
October. That was 2020 October. I did the first show I ever did, and I did a Bilal cover, Soul Sister. And they had a house band.
Damn. You went Bilal.
Yeah. I went to Bilal.
Okay.
Because I don't know what I'm doing. So I was like, okay. So they said they had a house band. Give us the songs you want to do. We'll do them when you get here. I'm like, cool. Rehearsal? They're like, nah, it's cool. I'm like, fine. So I did Soul Sister, and I did Bill Withers, I did some other songs. I was like, this is just what I love. So I did Bilal, and I remember I was doing Bilal, and I was activating. I remember I was like, wow, I feel great. I'm doing it. And there's a crowd, and it's working. And I was so nervous at the start. By the time I got to Bilal, which is like song number 3, I was like, I know the song back to front. I'm going. Bilal's here. And I remember, like, starkly in my head, I don't think I was going crazy. I saw a ghost of D'Angelo. I know he's not dead. But in my head, and I saw him there, and I just heard, it's like, do it, like, do the thing. And I remember there was this one part of D'Angelo's live show where in the Brown Sugar part in the Live in Stockholm, he had this call and response with the crowd. And I was like, I'm going to do it. And D'Angelo was like, you should do it. I was like, I'm gonna do it.
You talking to him?
Yeah. I was on stage and I was like, what? And I was like, okay, people. I was like, yeah, it's all right. They're like, it's all right. I was like, whoa, like, what's happening? I was like, this is crazy. D'Angelo, you were right. Like, I should have done this the whole time. From there, I was like, I'm cool. I know exactly what to do. This is what it is. Just follow the legacy. Like,
I love it, man. What's your, of all the, no, I'm going to get to the music. I have to, because that's what you're here for. But on your travels of what you've seen over the last, I'm going to say 5 years, I'm going to count 20. What has been the big moment for you, like, aha moment that, I think I'm actually doing this thing?
Raphael Saadiq was my aha moment. I've been in the studio with him quite a lot as of recently. And I was in the studio with him one day, and we were writing a song called Light by the Window. I wrote my verse. He was doing his thing. Which is already, to me, it's like he's one of my all-time heroes. I'm like watching him, like getting excited about a song, and like, let me get my bass, and he's like doing the bass and the thing. I'm like, oh my god! And he goes in the drums and he's doing the thing. I'm like, this is incredible. So okay, I have to do something now. So I write this bridge. Whatever. I write it, and I go and I record it. I can see right in there. I do the harmonies. I do the whole thing, and I step out, and he's listening to it. And he comes up to me and he hugs me and he's like, "You're one of them ones, man. You're one of us."
Wow.
And I was like, "Yo, this is it." I went home and I cried for like 3 hours. But in that moment, I was like, it was like this weird, and I remember like in that moment, I was watching Ray when he was doing the bass. I was like, you need to burn this into your eyes. Like, never forget this what's happening right now. You're watching Raphael Saadiq make music with you. And he's excited about it, and he wants to hear it, and he wants to get the demo, and he wants to listen to it in his car, and he's coming in, and basically there's a spot, so Raphael Saadiq, where he works in a studio in LA, No ID also works at the same studio. They're both there in this room. I work a lot with No ID as well.
Wow.
So like I'm in with No ID in the room, and then we're having lunch, and then Ray might walk in, listen to what we're doing, and be like, "Woof, I want to get on this." He'll go, come back, play the bass. And it was this environment that I'd somehow, through being this guy from Oxford, he has no idea what he's doing. I'm now in the room with No idea and Raphael Saadiq, like making music. They're like, "Yeah, we trust what you say." I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "Guys, what are you talking about?" I'm like, here, like telling.
I'm making this up,
I'm making this up, guys. What are you doing? Like, I'm talking like No idea. I'm like, "Yeah, this drum feels good." He's like, "Does it?" I'm like, "Yeah." Do you not think it feels good? You need to tell me if it feels good. He's like, "Yeah, this feels good." I'm like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And then like Ray's going back and be like, "Let me get a better bass. It doesn't sound as good." I'm like, "Really? It sounds great." He's like, no. He's going to get another bass, and he's playing it. He's like, "Ooh, what did you write?" I'm like, "What's happening? This is insane." And then we're talking about like croissants from like a place. And we're like, "Yeah, I love that." I'm like, "What am I doing?" And you're hearing all these stories about the D'Angelo shit and the Tony days and like whatever. You're like, whoa, that's a made it moment.
Yeah.
As soon as that's like, for me, like I'll never, no matter what happens in the future, I'll always be like, "Ray thinks I'm sick."
No matter what the rest of
I don't care what anyone. I'm like, Ray loved this song. Ray, No ID loved this song. I don't care what anyone says. I'm doing it. This is it. It's easy.
Do you love the new album? We can transition there. The new album. And what makes this different than everything else that you've done so far? Because I've seen a couple of EPs. Mm-hmm. You've been working. As soon as they told you that you had singing ability, you're like, "I do?"
Yeah.
You have not slowed down one bit.
Right.
You've been taking advantage of every moment.
Absolutely. This one's really fun because it's a mixtape which happened. So as I was finishing my debut album, I've been writing that for this whole year. I've written a lot of music. And there's a lot of music you write when you're writing things that kind of end up being collateral, and you kind of leave it to the side because it doesn't fit a narrative that you have for the album, or it doesn't necessarily fit the sonics of the album, whatever. So for some reason or other, they don't fit the project that you're kind of working on mainly. So I was like, man, why? And me and my managers had a moment where they were like, "Yo, these songs kind of sit together in their own way. All these songs that weren't going to be on the album, they fit together and they're fun." And it was kind of these songs that I was writing because of how serious the album was. Just songs that I was just having fun with. They were kind of stupid. Like one of the songs, I took a shower with my clothes on. How stupid. Like I was just riffing. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. We're in the middle of doing this, but I need to let some steam off this way. Mm-hmm. So when we all decided, wait, this could be a project of its own, we realized, whoa, well, in order for the album to have the impact that we want it to have, because it's so important, I've spent my heart and soul on this, we need to have something that tees people up and like brings attention in here. So when the album comes out, it's not coming out to dead air. So like we need to heat the streets first. And that's why this mixtape came about, called Heat the Streets. So it was like, okay, we got these songs, they feel good. And if I can write as much music as I can write on a day-to-day basis, one of my superpowers should be to also release it. Otherwise, then what's the point? Me writing all this music and releasing 10 songs or 14 songs a year. It's like, well, if I can do this and not many people can do this, then I'm going to do it. That's what Prince did. Like Prince released so much. He has an album that's Emancipation is 4 albums worth of music in one.
Yeah.
He's crazy. But that's the beauty of Prince, is like, for me as a nerd who loves like delving into music and all of it, it's the best feeling to look at an artist and go, oh my God, I can see the minute changes from project to project because of how much music he released. I also appreciate D'Angelo's way of taking 14 years to make an album. Great.
That's right.
And we can see the thing there. But like, I'd much rather if D'Angelo released, like, I know he has a ridiculous amount of music that he has in his bank, but Prince did that. That's what Prince was about. Same with Stevie. Stevie was on that run in the 70s. He was just going. From Music on My Mind onto Hotter Than July, he was just bang, bang, bang. And it was crazy.
Classic albums too.
Back to back.
Yeah.
From that to Talking Book to Fulfillingness, Inner Visions, into Songs in the Key of Life. I feel like this is... Also, Songs in the Key of Life is 2 albums and an EP. It's like, he could have spaced out another year and we could have been talking about his... It's crazy. It's insane.
It is.
It's mad.
Stevie's probably the best ever.
Ever.
Yeah, he's probably the best ever.
There's no... That's why I find a lot of comfort in knowing that, well, I know who number 1 is. Everyone else can fit into place. It's fine. I know who number 1 is, so it's cool.
Just happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
And Raphael Saadiq also gave you the co-sign too.
Absolutely.
When does the album what's the actual drop date for the album?
So for the mixtape, it is the 5th of September, so this week.
Okay.
Very soon. And the album, we are aiming for February of next year.
Okay.
For it to completely come out, but we want to release some...
So this one's to heat up the streets.
Heat up the streets.
Get them ready.
And then very soon after hitting with some singles for the album. And then hitting with the album, just all at once. This is one big... And I'm planning to continue this kind of pace of being like, well, what's the next mixtape in between that project and the next one?
Oh, I like it.
Because the mixtape form, I realized, like... Because this mixtape is more R&B, pop focused, like the stuff we love from the 2090s when they were like... When R&B became pop music, this is more centered in that. And the album's more... There's more alternative aspects to it and whatever. It's more of like... That's like a main course. This is like really fun... tapas.
This is all well thought out, man.
Absolutely.
For a guy who just decided to just, this D'Angelo thing worked. I think I'll start a singing career. This makes sense.
This makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I'm just saying all this stuff. I'm listening to you, so I'm going with the story.
Yeah, right.
But man, this is an incredible story, man.
Thank you.
Here's my last for you.
Yes.
I know that there was when you first started, you felt like you were split, like you had to give up this old you to walk into this new you whom we see here today.
Correct.
Are you still fighting that battle of that life that you had to let go so you can have the life that you're trying to move into?
I think so, and I think I'll be fighting it forever. I think as long as I live till the day I die, I'll be fighting that, because I mean, people know. Well, maybe they don't know exactly how busy the life of an artist is. Even for someone as whatever I am, how big you want to say I am, like I'm not The Weeknd or whatever.
I dig it.
And it's still a lot of time away from family. My mother lives in Cairo now. She lives in Egypt. So like she's there already. And if I didn't do this, maybe I'd be there. Who knows? That's a whole different life. My grandma lives with her there. And I got like a lot of the reason they live in Cairo is a lot of my family, they left Sudan because of the wars going on now. And they live there now. So it's like, maybe I could have been more pivotal in that. But at the same time, my music helped me help them through this. And da-da-da. Right. So there's a lot of conflict in it. And I know I would have lived a very different life. And I don't know which one's better, because I can't have that one. It feels like I killed someone.
Damn. But I understand what you mean.
You see what I'm saying? I kind of knew I was going to be a security guard. That was the plan.
He said, I knew I was going to be a security guard.
I was like, I ain't got other skills.
You embraced it too. I've seen when you've talked about it. Yeah, you was okay with it. This is my life.
I'm a security guard. My uncle does that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hang out. I'm Muslim. We get married fast. I probably would have got married at like 20. Me now, 24, maybe. I don't know. Mum would have been like, hey, there's Sydney's girl. She wants to chat to you. All right, cool. Chat to me. What's going on? That would have happened. I don't know. It all would have been a different, slower pace, but weirdly faster in some ways. But then this came out of nowhere, and it's like, poof. Also, I've never had a job but this. The only job I had, apart from this, was my dad. He used to work at this factory making brakes in Frankfurt, Germany, and I worked with him there for a summer. I've never had a job but this. That's another thing about me I know that humbles me, is like, also other musicians. I always find it crazy that musicians get big-headed when it's like, we have no other skills but this. We are useless human beings with this. We have no other. I can't fix a tire. I can cook a little bit, but it's like I can't. If I didn't have music, I'd be like, you lot should be scared. Like, You walk around here like you're something big. It's like, you should be terrified. If people decided one day, we don't really want to do music right now.
Wow.
We kind of want to focus on getting food. We'll be done.
I appreciate the way that you have embraced this new life.
Right, thank you.
And the way that you have put what you're doing in this capsule. And I think you're actually enjoying the ride. And here's my hope for you. Like I'm anybody to hope anything.
Okay.
That nothing or no one takes whatever the spirit is that you're rolling with out of you.
Thank you. I hope so too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think that, you know, you have the opportunity to work in an industry that can kill spirits.
Yes.
You know, yes, you can get a lot of money. There's a lot you can get from it, but it can also kill spirit. And I hope 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, your spirit, if I get the blessing to meet you or see you on your journey again, your spirit comes in just like this.
I hope so.
Because it's a good spirit, and I truly, truly like it, man.
As long as I ride out with only one person. As I'm doing now. I don't know if you can't see this, but I came with just one guy.
He came with no entourage, and so I was surprised. I'm like, "Where's the rest?" I was looking for the rest of the people to walk in. He's like, "It's just me."
It's just
and
me.
I think he has his
I got my
dude.
white man named George. It's me and a white man named George. That's all we came in with.
That's the only parts of the entourage. If I see you and I just see you two, maybe you get married down the road and I just see that. I'm like, yeah, he's still
he's
that
still
same.
the same.
Yeah, he's still that guy.
I usually have these two sisters that come with as well, but apart from that,
This
that's
is it. I think you will do well. And the music, and let me just say too, man, as an artist, I think you're phenomenal.
Thank you.
I know people say that to you all the time, so it means nothing when one more person says how great you are.
It's always.
But I mean,
no one's ever said it in Houston. I'm in Houston.
You said they haven't said it to you in Houston.
Yeah, man.
But you're phenomenal, man, and I just really like your spirit.
Thank you.
And that's the one thing I picked up from you way before you got here.
Thank you very much.
That's why I was like, this just can't be this. they've been cooking this in the oven and getting it ready for the last 10 years, and they've been getting the skills of the singing right and the band. They've been getting that right. No, this is not just 4 years. No, I'm not going to believe it. No. I was singing one day and sang D'Angelo and it topped out and everybody, the record companies hit me up.
Listen,
but, man,
if people did research, that's all the industry incubation you need. You just need to love music.
And you do, and I can tell. And that's the one thing I know. One thing I know, you know your history and you know your music, man.
Thank you.
It was, it was very nice to meet you, brother, and much, much success. And I hope you sell millions and billions of copies of records, my man. It was very nice meeting you.
It's great to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
It's Majic 102.1, by the way.
Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you, man. That was really fun.